Good morning, students. Today I am giving a brief of chapter 1 of physics, that is motion. So, as a name is indicating motion, you all are familiar with this term. Motion means movement. But how we will say that something moved? What is the definition? The definition is a body is said to be in motion when its position changes continuously with respect to stationary object taken as reference point. Like if I'm saying a person is in his home. Okay, so and this is the person. He is starting his journey and reaching his office. He is starting and reaching his office. So here, how I will say that he has done some movement. He has done some movement or motion because the reference point is his house. I have taken one stationary object, or we can say a reference point, that is his house, from where he is going and reaching the office. Okay, so then I can say, okay, he is not near the house or near the stationary object or near the reference point, so he has done some movement. That's why it is not here. Like I am keeping this pencil near one number. Now I have taken this one number as a reference point. Okay, now I am moving it and I am just keeping it here. So now I know my reference, my stationary object or my reference number was 1. So now I can see, yes, my pencil has done some motion or movement because it is not near the 1. So this is called motion. Now next term comes, that is distance and displacement. Very important terms, distance and displacement. So what is distance actually? Distance is the actual path traveled by a body. That is called distance. Okay, the distance traveled by a body is the actual length of the path covered by the body irrespective of the direction. It doesn't contain any direction. Like if I am going 2 kilometer, then 3 kilometer, so and then 5 kilometer, 4 kilometer. So now this is the distance, 2 plus 3 plus 4. So how much distance I have covered? I have covered 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 9. 9 kilometer I have covered. So this is the 9 kilometer is the distance which I have covered, and it doesn't have any direction. We are not telling that it is going east, it is going west or north or south. Okay, we are just telling the magnitude. This is called magnitude. When we write a number or the quantity which is coming with the SI unit, that is called magnitude. This thing is known as magnitude. It can be 3 meter, it can be 6 centimeter, it can be 10 kilometer. So these are known as magnitude. If I will write direction 10 kilometer toward west, so this is now magnitude with direction. We will say that this is magnitude with direction. So distance is how we will say that a body traveled A to B, B to C and C to D. So when it is traveling A to B and B to C and C to D, it is covering the actual path. This is the actual path, and the sum of this actual path is 9 kilometer. Fine. So okay, so we were discussing distance. So here, what is a distance? A body started, an object or a person started from A, traveled to B 3 kilometer, and then B to C 4 kilometer. Now what is the actual distance? Distance, the body, the object covered by a distance 3 plus 4, that means 7 kilometer. Okay, so this is the distance. What is the actual path covered by a body? Now it comes that what is displacement then? Displacement is the shortest path between the initial position and the final position. See, the initial position was this and the final position was this. This is the initial position and this is the final position. So the shortest path between the initial and final is known as displacement. So what will be the shortest path? This will be the shortest path, obviously. So this AC is represented by displacement. We will say the displacement is AC. And okay, so the actual path is distance and the shortest path is displacement. How we will take out this displacement AC here? What Pythagoras theorem? You know, that it is 90 degree. So in front of the 90 degree it is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, and this is base. So if you have learned Pythagoras theorem, it state that h square equals to perpendicular square plus b square. H we have to find out. P is 3 square plus 4 square. 3 3s are 9 and 4 4s are 16. So h square, h we will take out the under root here. When we take out, जब हम यहाँ पे square हटाते हैं, we will just put a under root here. So 9 plus 16, that is 25, and 25 we can write it, we will take the LCM, so it will come 5 into 5, that will one pair, and when there is a square root we will just take one pair and we will take out 5 here. So 5 kilometer is your, so hypotenuse is 5 kilometer, so that means AC equals to 5 kilometer. That means this is 5 kilometer is the displacement, but with the direction we will tell that what direction, toward east, toward north, toward what. Okay, so this is the displacement. So in brief we will say that the actual path covered by a body is known as distance, and the shortest path covered by a body is known as displacement. Let me give you one more example. If a body started from here till here and moving here, okay, here like this, okay, A B C D E F. Now this is the thing. Now see, what is the distance? Distance is AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus EF. Okay, this whole actual path is known as distance. But what will be the displacement? Displacement will be when we will take the shortcut. When we will take the shortcut, that means AC. So AC is the displacement here. Now few more points. See, now distance doesn't distance have only magnitude like 5 kilometer, 2 meter, okay, whereas displacement have magnitude as well as direction. Displacement में direction भी होगा, जैसे 2 meter toward north, 2 meter towards south. So there will be some direction, they will tell you that some direction should be there, then only you can differentiate between distance and displacement. Then distance, see, now what is scalar and vector quantity? Scalar quantity are those quantity which have only magnitude, and vector quantity are those quantity which have magnitude as well as direction. So now what is the scalar? Distance is a scalar quantity because we represent it by 5 kilometer, 2 meters, 6 meter, 6 centimeter, okay, and displacement is a vector quantity because we write 2 kilometer toward north. Okay, we are giving the direction as well. So whenever there is a direction given with the magnitude is known as vector quantity, and whenever there is only magnitude, there is no direction, that quantity is known as scalar. So one more difference is there, that distance is scalar and displacement is vector. Now next is distance traveled by a moving body cannot be zero, but the final displacement of a body can be. Okay, so how the distance cannot be zero, but the displacement can be zero. How? Let's prove it. How? See, I am talking about a circle. Okay, a person is moving in a circular path. So let the radius will be 7 meter. What will be, the person has taken one round the person has taken. Okay, so what will be the distance and displacement in this point? Let's talk about distance first. Distance means a person started from this point, okay, और ये B मान लिया हमने, और यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हुए वो पूरा एक राउंड ले रहा है, या फिर आप ऐसे कर लीजिए कि वो यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर रहा है एंड वो एक राउंड ले रहा है, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज और क्लॉकवाइज. दिस इज द वन राउंड. व्हेन इट कम्स टू इट्स original position, that is one round. So one round it has taken. Now it is 7 meter. This in the circle, what we called it, we called it circumference. So one round means one circumference. Okay, so the distance will be 2 pi r. Okay, so circumference formula is 2 pi r. 2 into pi value 22 by 7 and r is 7. So now 44 meter is the distance. The circumference is 44. So the person covered 44 meter distance. So this is distance. Now if I will talk about displacement. What is actually displacement? Displacement, as I already told you, is it is a shortest path. So a person starting from B, okay, starting from B and coming again to B, what will be the shortest path? 0, because the final position and the initial position is same. Okay, it has started from here and coming here only, so the final and the initial position is same, so the displacement will be 0 here, 0. Okay, because the final and initial position will be same. So whenever the final and initial position is same, the displacement is always 0. And if I will say it has taken 5 round, 1 2 3 5 complete round, 1 2 3 4 5, so again it is coming on the same position, that means final and initial is same, so then also displacement is 0. So here we can say that distance cannot be 0, distance kabhi 0 nahi aa sakta, but displacement can be 0 when the final and the initial position is same. Okay, but here if I will say that a person has taken 2 round, okay, so here in the circumference, 1 round means 1 circumference, 2 rounds mean 2 circumference, so we will multiply it by 2. Okay, so the distance will come 88, the distance will come 88 meter, but the displacement will be 0, because after 2 round also it is coming to the same point, so the displacement will be 0. Now, so these are the difference between the distance and displacement. One more thing, distance is represented by S. Now in physics, in 9th class, in 10th class and afterwards, you will see the distance is represented by S. Okay, so here S representing distance, and the SI unit of both, SI unit of distance as well as displacement is same. If it is meter for the SI unit is for the distance. Okay, so both have the same SI unit. Now we will talk about another topic, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? A body has a uniform motion if it travel equal distance in equal interval of time, mean no matter how small these time interval may be. मतलब equal distance, equal interval of time. How? Let's give an example. Like 5 meter. एक आपने साइकिलिंग स्टार्ट करी, साइकिल चलानी स्टार्ट की, आपने 5 मीटर कवर किया 1 सेकेंड में, यू हैव कवर्ड 5 मीटर इन 1 सेकेंड, देन अनदर 5 मीटर यू हैव डन in 1 second, then another 5 meter again in 1 second. So this is equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, you are taking equal interval of time, every 5 meter you are covering in 1 second only. So this type of motion is known as uniform motion. Okay, so whenever there is this type of motion, we call it uniform motion. This mainly seen in your machineries and all. Okay, where on an exact time they do the things. Okay, so and the graph of this uniform motion is always distance here and time here. On the x-axis we are having time and on the y-axis we are having distance, and it is always straight line. It is always straight line. So like I'm saying 5 here, then 1 second, okay, then 10 पे again 1 second, 2. So when you will make a graph, it will be a straight line. So that is known as uniform motion. Now if I talk about non-uniform motion, then a body has a non-uniform motion if it travel unequal distance in equal interval of time. Unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so unequal distance in equal interval of time like this. 4.9 meter in 1 second. First second उसने 4.9 मीटर किया, पर उसने अगर second means 1 second only. The difference between 2 and 1 is 1. Okay, so next 1 second में भी उसने क्या कर दिया, ज़्यादा कवर कर दिया 14.7. नेक्स्ट 3 सेकेंड में उसने क्या कर दिया 24.5 मीटर कवर कर दिया. ठीक है, इसको मैं ऐसे सिंपली इसमें बोल सकती हूँ कि 5 मीटर उसने पहले तो 5 मीटर 1 सेकेंड में कवर किया, फिर उसने 15 मीटर कर लिया 1 सेकेंड में. ठीक है, और अनदर 1 सेकेंड में उसने क्या किया 25 मीटर कर दिया. तो नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, द टाइम इज सेम, ओके, बट द डिस्टेंस इज डिफरेंट. इट इज कवरिंग इन डिफरेंट टाइम. सो दैट इज अ simplest difference between the uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay, like if I see if you can see this graph, non-uniform motion always have a curved graph. Okay, it is never be a straight line. It always have a curved graph, and in x-axis we are having time and in y-axis we are having distance. So this is a difference between uniform motion and the non-uniform motion. So in our daily life we cannot have uniform motion. Okay, a pendulum can have uniform motion, but when we ride a bicycle, or when we ride a motorcycle or scooty or any vehicle, we cannot have a uniform motion. We always have non-uniform motion, because we cannot have both things equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so now we are going to talk about speed, velocity and acceleration. Here, speed. Okay, speed, as you already know, that speed is distance upon time. Speed is distance upon time. Now the alphabets, the representation of speed is done by v. See, velocity also represented by v. So they don't confuse yourself that velocity must be having another alphabet. Okay, both have the same alphabet, that is v. Okay, so speed is denoted by v. As I earlier told you in the video, distance is denoted by s and time is denoted by t only. So the formula of the speed is distance upon time. That means v equals to s upon t, where v representing speed, s representing distance traveled and t is representing time. Now then, what is the difference between the speed and velocity? Okay, so the simplest difference is in the speed we talk about distance. Okay, we say speed is equals to distance upon time, but when we talk about velocity, we say displacement upon time, and the representation will be same. Velocity is represented by v, displacement is represented by s, and time is represented by t. So what is happening here? Here we have taken in speed distance, and here we have taken displacement. Okay, the SI unit of the speed is, see, we will take out ourselves, distance will be in meter, the SI unit of distance is meter, and time will be second. So meter per second, we will say meter per second is the SI unit of speed. Now what is the SI unit of velocity? Same, displacement come in meter. Okay, and times come in second. So its SI unit is also meter per second. Okay, there is no difference between the SI unit of both the values, both the things, speed as well as velocity, both have the same SI unit. Only the difference come in velocity. We talk about direction. We will tell whatever the value will come, like 10 meter per second will come. Velocity is 10 meter per second. So I will say toward west. I am indicating here the direction. Okay, because displacement is there. Displacement always indicate direction, magnitude plus direction. So whenever I am talking about a direction, that means it is velocity. And when I am saying that, okay, v equals to 10 meter, that means it is speed. Okay, meter per second. So it is speed. Here it is v equals to 10 meter per second toward west. So it is displacement. So this is a basic difference between speed and velocity. Now one more thing, as we have already discussed that distance cannot be zero and displacement can be zero. So in the same way, if it cannot be zero, then speed cannot be zero. And if displacement can be zero, that means velocity can be zero. Okay, so the first difference is the formula, that speed equals to distance upon time, velocity equals to displacement upon time. Second difference, that it is a which quantity? Scalar quantity, because it doesn't have any direction. Speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity because it is having direction. Speed cannot be zero, velocity cannot be zero. So these are the three difference between speed and velocity. Okay, now average speed. Average speed of a body is a total distance traveled divided by a total time taken to cover a distance. So average speed, this is the formula of the average speed. Whenever we talk about average speed, we say that total distance, whatever the distance covered by a body, total distance at what time? Okay, the distance covered at what time? The total time. So if we say speed equals to distance upon time, so in the same way the average speed equals to total distance upon total time taken. So this is the formula of average speed. Okay, in shortcut we write average like this also. Okay, so average speed. Now if I will talk about the average velocity, as here the velocity, the speed is of only one kind. Okay, it doesn't have any type, but velocity is of two type. First, initial velocity, and second, final velocity. Okay, so velocity is divided into two way, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी एंड फाइनल वेलोसिटी. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी जिस वेलोसिटी से उस ऑब्जेक्ट ने अपना मोशन स्टार्ट किया, ओके, तो उसे हम कहेंगे इनिशियल वेलोसिटी. और जिस वेलोसिटी पे उसने एंड किया अपना मोशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड फाइनल वेलोसिटी. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय यू एंड फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय वी. सो हेयर वी आर टेकिंग आउट एवरेज. तो हाउ वी विल टेक आउट एवरेज? एवरेज अगर हमें कभी निकालना होता है तो हम क्या करते हैं, सम ऑफ ऑल द टर्म्स अपॉन नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सम ऑफ ऑल द टर्म्स, हियर टू टर्म्स आर देयर, यू एंड वी. सो यू प्लस वी अपॉन हाउ मेनी टर्म्स आर देयर? वन टर्म, टू टर्म, सो अपॉन टू. ओके, सो हियर v equals to, so here average velocity, that means v with this bar sign. Okay, average velocity equals to u plus v upon 2. This is the difference between average speed and average velocity. Okay, so now uniform speed is exactly like a uniform motion. A body has a uniform speed if it travel equal distance and equal interval of time, as I have already discussed this in the earlier video. Okay, like I have given the example of that 5 kilometer in 1 second, then again 5 kilometer in 1 second. So this is the equal distance in equal interval of time. So don't confuse yourself. Uniform speed and uniform motion both are same. Both definitions, for both the definitions are same. Now acceleration here is denoted by small a. Okay, so what is acceleration? Acceleration is defined as a change in velocity per unit time. Whatever there is a change in velocity, how velocity will change? Velocity is of two type, u and v, that is initial velocity and final velocity. तो change कैसे आएगा? Change means difference. तो how we will take out the change or a difference? That means fine, obviously हम हमेशा सोचते हैं कि v हमेशा बड़ा होगा, ठीक है, final velocity will be the increased one. So we will say change in velocity is represented by v minus u, and the time is represented by t, and acceleration is represented by a. So acceleration formula is v minus u upon t, where v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, and t is the time taken. So here acceleration equals to change in velocity, that means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Acceleration represented by a, final velocity v, initial velocity u, and t, time. So this is the formula which you will use while doing the numericals. Now can acceleration will be zero? See, we are talking about velocity. So velocity can be zero. Yes, we have earlier studied that yes, velocity can be zero. So if velocity can be zero, then acceleration can also be zero. And if the acceleration containing the velocity is a scalar or a vector quantity, it is a vector quantity. So if it is a vector quantity, that means acceleration is also a vector quantity. Okay, so this is a thing. Now uniform acceleration, it is same as uniform motion and speed, only the few terms has changed. Here in acceleration we have velocity upon time, in the speed we were having distance upon time. So here we will talk about velocity. A body has a uniform acceleration if it travel in a straight line. अगर एक body straight line में चल रही है and its velocity increases, जो velocity increase हो रही है by equal amount, इक्वली इंक्रीज हो, मतलब अगर पहली वेलोसिटी 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर है, 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड है, तो दूसरी वाली भी 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड ही होनी चाहिए, तीसरी वाली भी 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड ही होनी चाहिए इन इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम. और टाइम भी क्या हो, सेम हो. अगर ये 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड 1 सेकेंड में है तो दूसरी वाली भी 1 सेकेंड में, तीसरी वाली भी 1 सेकेंड में. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन। बस यहाँ पे यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में हमने डिस्टेंस की बात करी थी, यहाँ हमने 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड की बात करी है। पर सेकेंड मीन मीटर पर सेकेंड किसका होता है, वेलोसिटी की बात करी है। ओके, सो नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन, अ बॉडी हैज़ अ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन इफ इट्स वेलोसिटी इंक्रीजेज बाय अनइक्वल अमाउंट इन इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम। टाइम तो सेम रहेगा, 1 सेकेंड, बस यहाँ पे अगर ये 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड था तो ये शायद 3 हो जाए, यहाँ पे 5 मीटर पर सेकेंड हो जाए। तो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, टाइम इज सेम बट वेलोसिटी इज इंक्रीजिंग अनइक्वली, आप अनइक्वली हो रही है। सेम यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन का ग्राफ क्या होगा, बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट लाइन, एंड नॉन यूनिफॉर्म का क्या होगा, कर्व्ड ग्राफ। ठीक है, सो दिस इज अ यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन एंड नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन. Now, what will be the SI unit of acceleration? See, velocity. Whenever we talk about velocity, velocity have the same SI unit as speed. That means meter per second. Per second means second नीचे आ जाएगा. और whenever we talk about time, तो time क्या है? Time भी second होता है. तो acceleration की SI unit क्या हो गई? Meter per second into second, second square. So acceleration has a SI unit meter per second square. Okay, and speed is having meter per second, velocity is also having meter per second, distance having meter, time is having second, and now acceleration is having meter per second square.